Let's get into a game we love to play, Molly. This time feels a little bit extra, little juice to it because it's Jerry Jones. We're going to play a little for real or phony with. That's a little extra fun when you're playing a team like the Cowboys.
Well, look who's talking now.
You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking? Talking to me?
Now, are they speaking the truth?
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Or feeding us crap?
You're a phony! Hey, everybody! This guy's a great big phony!
Time to decide if it's for real or phony.
Do I look like I'm in like another room than Jim?
The lighting is starkly
I don't know
different.
why.
It is surprising.
Maybe I need to like reset my...
Oh, you just turned your camera off? Oh,
no.
Hey.
All you got to do is just white balance that, baby.
Oh, well done, Molly.
Put your hand over it. Yes, Molly is, basically. I was like, why is Molly scooting closer to me? We're just going to do the same.
Well, he looks like he's like the angel, and I look like I'm like the demon coming from the dark.
A little bit.
I did also point out, and I probably also had the resting browsing face.
Browsing face.
Yes, because that's the
RBF.
one. Yes, the rest RBF. Isn't that what it stands for?
Yep.
Resting browsing face.
Of course.
Molly had resting browsing face during some of Mark's
Well,
interview,
you
and
guys,
I'm sure I did too.
I had to do my research because I wanted to see what years overlap for Tausch's career at Wisconsin and what years Barry Alvarez was the head coach. So I just wanted to make sure I knew everything.
Oh, okay. Molly Brown.
Circle.
The circle. Like if we do this, it's like it's kind of funny. It's like my hand disappears and it kind of like create like a video where it's like I can reach. No.
If you came into my, never mind.
What are we doing here?
Go boo in a bar.
All right, anyways, why don't we get into some Jerry Jones, Green Bay Packers, Micah Parsons conversation, guys. So we were just talking about with Tausch a little bit, how this matchup has a lot of juice because it is Micah's former team. This is his fourth game with the Packers. And what now what are we laughing about? What are we chuckling?
So weird.
What?
It's just because like we're now like even closer
You're just
together.
staring at each other?
Right, but like in the camera. But no, it's not. You're still going to be right in the camera. Like, that's not the weird part. The weird part is that, like, if I'm trying to stay engaged, I'm just, like, looking at myself or looking directly at Molly. Those are the two things I can look at.
How do you guys carpool together for, like, 4 hours at a time, round trip?
It's uncomfortable. We don't like it.
I bet. All right, well, it's usually uncomfortable when you listen to...
We don't spend the drive staring into each other's eyes as the show is currently going.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I don't know. Molly
through the rearview mirror.
As Molly pointed out at the beginning of the show, she is a bit of a peeper, so you never know, Jim. You never know what she might be looking at. Anyways.
Okay, cesspool.
Jerry Jones, looking ahead to this matchup with the Packers. He joined...
Can you tell me what's on my phone?
Actually. Just kidding.
Jerry Jones joined W105.3 The Fan in Dallas yesterday for his weekly radio appearance. They asked him how the Cowboys plan to handle Micah Parsons in his first game back at Jerry's World. Michael?
It makes for an exciting time, and I'm anxious to see if over the years when I saw Michael's mitigated, when I saw teams playing pretty well, which he's going to make some plays no matter how you play. But when I saw people play us well with Micah in the game, and it did happen, then obviously we'll be looking to try to run those kinds of plays.
Molly, what do you think of Jerry Jones' hard-hitting football analysis there? Run those kinds of plays that other teams ran against Micah when they mitigated him.
He's just so annoying. Like, the fact that you're just trying to, like, downgrade who Micah Parsons is as a player. And he's been doing that the second that the news came out that he didn't bring him back to the Cowboys. Like, he's been saying, oh, well, we need to be better against the run and all this stuff. It's like, come on. You literally have a generational talent. Like, stop trying to disparage him. Like, ugh.
Jim?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I guess, technically phony. Maybe Jerry believes it, but this is just dumb. I mean,
you're a phony.
Dallas was bad against the run, bad against the pass, and really were only good against the pass rush, or they were elite in pass rushing when Micah was there. But their defense doesn't have as many players on different levels because you got Gary. To me, was a B plus tier pass rusher, but when you add Micah Parsons now, Rashawn Gary goes up to A tier. Edgerrin Cooper looks like he could be one of those werewolves on the middle of the field at that second level, and then obviously McKinney at the third level, werewolf. So you got those dogs. You got dogs on many levels. What does Dallas have? Because even I think Diggs is overrated. He
hasn't done much since that first year that he got an interception, every game it felt
but
like.
That goes back to, turnovers can be a little bit of luck. Some of those were bouncing off people, and so I don't think he's the player that he was supposed to be. I think he's probably a fine player, but the Bears didn't have any problems with him.
I was gonna say I saw a
Giants didn't have any
terrible
problems with him.
terrible highlight of him going up against Roma Dunze, and I think one of his first long touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Where he tries to jam him at the line, and then Diggs just like falls down almost, essentially.
Yeah,
And then
and actually
Dunze
that
just
was
runs scot-free down the field.
And that was actually an audible, or like I guess, what would you call it, a hot route? That once they saw that Diggs fell, like that wasn't a design route.
Then just
But
go for the
because
end
Diggs-
zone.
Yeah, because it was wide open then. Because Diggs had nobody behind him. So even worse, that Diggs tried to jam him when he had no help behind him.
But let's just say this. Micah Parsons was the Cowboys defense in the same way that he is the Packers defense.
Yep.
Like, the reason behind the success is because of Micah Parsons. I think there was a stat even when he first came to the Packers. We were at Roos Chris. I feel like we were watching it on the TV, and with Micah Parsons on the team for the Cowboys. No, not Michael.
Michael.
When when he was on the Cowboys, they were like one of the top teams in sacks. And the second he leaves the field, they're like bottom tier for sacks. Like he was your defense.
Yep.
Don't try and downplay it.
Yeah, absolutely. They went from they had probably a C defense that he took to a B, and the Packers probably had a B defense that Mike has taken to an A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, looking a little back to the trade, that is, Jerry Jones was also asked about the timing of the trade, why ultimately they didn't try to trade Micah around the draft when they could have theoretically gotten the best possible value in draft picks for him, or at least at the time when draft picks would be the most valuable leading up to the draft. Here was his rationale for why he felt like the timing of the trade was right for the Cowboys.
Not at all. We needed this timing. We needed to be right here at the beginning of the season, in my mind, to get the highest value. I heard people talking about, well, why didn't you trade him back before the draft? Because draft picks become the most valuable timing-wise. You can have them in the off-season before the draft. That's when the pick becomes much more valuable, and the player becomes less valuable if you're trading a player for potential picks. So I knew the time to get the picks was while this season was available to whoever got Micah.
Are you guys as confused as I am after listening to that explanation?
I don't know what that meant.
I get what he's saying. It's kind of like a businessman idea of hey, if I'm selling my house, it's a buyer's market, and then you want to be, if you're selling your house, you want to be in a seller's market. If you're buying a house, you want to be in a buyer's market.
Right.
So he was saying that he got rid of Micah during the seller's market in his mind. Now, obviously, that is not right, because the difference would be, to continue the house analogy, if you got an amazing house, you don't have to play the market. It's just going to sell for what you want to sell it for. So you had an amazing house in Micah Parsons. You could maximize value whenever you wanted to maximize value. And it doesn't look like you got a lot. It's hard because a player was involved, and I guess you kind of expect that with Jerry Jones of Dallas doesn't want to punt on the season. Kenny Clark is a good player. So that's probably the equivalent of a second-round pick. So they got, a first and then the equivalent of a second-round pick in there. Was there anything else given up in that trade?
No, it was 2 firsts and Kenny Clark.
2 firsts and Kenny Clark. And so in theory, it could have been 2 firsts and a second-rounder.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I don't know if the Packers could have absorbed Micah without moving Kenny.
No, probably not. It's cap-wise, and then also, I'm not sure how I would have figured out. But anyways, last question that Jerry Jones answered was about this coming Sunday's game, and if he does feel any extra juice for the game with Micah, it being his first game back in Dallas.
Jerry, do you feel any extra competitive drive to win this week with Micah Parsons coming back?
Yes, I do. And I think that, of course, I have said this time and time again, I think the world of Micah. And as an individual, and of course, know him well. And I might say I wish him well, except it's obvious I don't this weekend in terms of Green Bay winning the ball game.
So, Molly, I'll start with you. Do you think Jerry sounded for real or phony with that response?
Yeah. For real, I guess. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites in Dallas. That stadium is going to be over 50% Packers fans in my mind. Or a lot of Cowboys fans that are wearing Cowboys
Micah jerseys,
but they're Micah jerseys.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There's going to be a lot of Micah jerseys.
Yes, there will be. He's just... Blech. Is this his radio show, or does he just call in like once a week? How does this work?
It's his weekly radio appearance on this station, which I want to say this came up last year too. I think he he's a part owner of the station, so it is like kind of his, but at the very least, like it's his home field. This radio appearance, like they're there for Jerry. Jim, did you feel he was for real or phony?
I mean, I think he does like Micah, but I guess I'll say he's for real. But the whole thing, if the Packers lose to Dallas, it's worse than losing to Cleveland by a lot.
Yes.
And the Packers aren't going to lose to Dallas.
So Jim, you did that with the Browns last week too.
No, but I'll tell you, I feel fine about this one. I was nervous about the Browns game, but this one I actually do feel fine.
The Browns are elite on defense, so like to your
Cowboys
point, like,
have a good offense.
Again, you guys,
CeeDee
any
Lamb.
given Sunday,
True.
poor CeeDee
True.
Lamb. Any given Sunday, it is an NFL team that they're going up against, but I do think that the Packers are better. And also, I don't think that they're going to come off of the loss against the Browns in the way that they did lose and not come ready to play in Dallas. Like, I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Okay, well, I'm knocking on wood too. Now, one last thing I want to have you guys listen to before we finish this up. Micah Parsons did also answer almost the same question about playing back at Jerry's World, and comparing that to Jerry's response. What do you guys think?
Micah, obviously it's a big week for you, going to be an emotional week for you. How do you channel that? How do you, when you go out there, make sure that you're taking care of what you got to take care of?
For me, I accepted my fate weeks ago when the trade happened. So for me, it's just all about playing another game and just doing what I do best. And that's just be a disruptive football player. I think the media and the fans are trying to blow it up to be such a big thing. But, I just look at it just another game at AT&T.
Guys, do you think Mike is being a little for real or phony with that one?
He's being phony. I mean, I get it. Like, he's
You're
in
a
a better
phony!
situation. He's a better situation now, but you still want to go out there and you want to prove to Jerry that he screwed this up. Because Micah wanted to be a Cowboy for life. He was very much the face of the franchise right there with Dak. And the whole thing ended just so sloppily. And so, like, I just think that – I mean, I think he was surprised by the trade. I think the whole thing ended ugly. And I think he's happy in Green Bay, but he definitely wants to remind the Cowboys that they screwed up.
I don't really love that he said I accepted my fate weeks ago. Like, oh, your fate was Green Bay. That makes
when
me
he
feel
says
a little,
that,
ugh.
do you think he's saying I accepted my fate of like I'm not going to finish my
I'm
career
not
as a
going to be a
Cowboy?
cowboy. Yeah, I'm not going to be a cowboy for life.
Yeah.
Because I think, like Jim said, he was very vocal about that. Like, there was numerous times on whether it was his podcast or others that he said that he wanted to be a cowboy for life. But I agree with Jim. I think it's phony. I think he wants to go out there and prove to them what they lost, which why wouldn't you? So I'm excited, but I also hope that he has the comfort level, I think, that he was talking about just being back at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, but I will say I do like the fact that he's being a little phony here. Like, don't add any extra element to this. Like, honestly, like you want the guy to like be honest and be authentic, but at the same time, you also
Just doing what I do best.
Quarterback tackler.
you want him to be free and clear out there on the field at AT&T Stadium. I want him to get 4 sacks on Sunday. It would be so awesome if he does.
That'd be incredible.
I mean, do you
The only
think
thing that work, he'll be very disruptive. I mean, Dak is mobile and Dak is smart, and so I could see. And he also is. I mean, I don't know what he was doing against the Bears last game. A lot of checkdowns. A lot of his throws are very short. Like, he can get the ball out quickly and efficiently. Jake Ferguson might have another big game. I think Jake had 12 catches against the Bears.
No touchdown.
But like 12 catches for like 50 yards. Like, he didn't.
Yeah,
He had
exactly.
like 15. Didn't he have 15 catches?
Maybe ended up with 50.
It was crazy.
He got the ball out of his hands quickly to Ferguson. They weren't.
Yeah.
They were basically glorified runs. So I could see a lot of just very quick throws from Dak. So his numbers might look like a high completion percentage, and they might even put a few points on the board, but they're not going to be meaningful points.
How do you think that's going to compare to Jordan Love's stat line?
Let's talk about that on the other side.